Luke 16:23 tells us that he lifted up his eyes and he seen afar off Father Abraham, and he also seen Lazarus inside of Father Abraham's bosom. This is describing the rich man that died and went to hell, the rich man that died and went to Hades. This is describing the man who seen Lazarus, the beggar, sitting at the city gates, begging and asking for food, but the rich man turned his snobby nose up and kept walking by him. It showed the heart posture to God of the rich man. His heart was sinning. His heart was not right, because the Bible tells us to feed the hungry, feed the poor. But he had no regard for the poor. He had no regard for Lazarus. And so he had no fear of the Lord. The rich man, just like a lot of rich people today, have no fear of the Lord. How do you get the fear of God? How do you get the fear of the Lord? You simply reject the fear of man. The Bible says, be not afraid of their faces, saying that you got to be bold, proclaim the gospel, follow Jesus, but also express him publicly. You ashamed of him, he's going to be ashamed of you in front of his Father. How do you get the fear of God? Just start remembering those scriptures that talk about hellfire, that talk about damnation, that talk about no coming back. Because one day you're going to die. It's like I'm going to die, and there's no coming back from that. Always replay the gruesome, grimacing scriptures concerning hell back into your life daily. You want the fear of God? Quote scriptures concerning hell. You want the fear of God? Start preaching hellfire. We got to start back preaching hellfire, because today's body of Christ, today's world is definitely headed towards hellfire. So you want the fear of the Lord? Start quoting, start remembering, start quoting out loud fire and brimstone scriptures. Hell is real. I don't want to go there. I sure don't want you to go there. We got to get back to the preaching of fire and brimstone in order to get the fear of God back in our lives.